Yes. I'm a little concerned. Yes. Uh, I have a big problem, and my shoes are getting worn out. Yes. And I thought I might go to the veteran stand down today. Pooch. You know, I'm not a veteran. I've never been active duty military service. Yes. But I know that my shoes are wearing out, and I'm not able to get into the place where I was sleeping at, the hardwood floor. Yes. And I've been wearing these socks for 3 days, and I thought, well, why don't I see if I can get a pair of socks? Now, I don't think that the police and sheriff's departments have taken seriously, yes, the ramifications of not enforcing the civil rights of American citizens. Yesterday, I mentioned that I wanted to speak to Marilyn, and well, how did Mike get a picture of Susan Bowers, and how did he Photoshop the image, and why is it that I don't get any phone calls? And in fact, I spent about an hour trying to find out what happened to the renter. Did he have a heart attack, or is he okay? Because I'm concerned about him. I've left numerous voicemails, and I've sent, maybe 10 to 20,000 emails since the trespassing. Yes, where somebody went through my personal belongings, and nobody from the police department wanted to investigate. It could be that your dog's more important than the civil rights of American citizens. Now, when you get to experimenting with these different gases, there's no hurry. Just put a gas mask on, make sure that you can pressurize it, and then see if this gas has a different effect of the lungs on your dog. Yes. And if that doesn't work, it doesn't blow out their lungs, well, then try a little heavier gas and just go through each of the. Now, your dogs have upset me. I'm going to find the right mixture, right, with the right gases, yes, and the right pressure, pooch, so that they won't just unsew themselves. Their lungs will blow up and they will remove themselves. Now, I don't like it that you didn't want to enforce the laws of the United States, and your top secret way of putting dogs on people, cold noses, and then slowly you cause the death of the individual that you control the breathing up. And then you introduce various types of gases or maize products. Pooch. Today, okay, I'm wanting to speak to Marilyn Van Proyen, and if she doesn't want to press charges against Mike Van Proyen, I will, for really pissing me off. Now, how did he get a picture of Susan Bowers? How did that happen? And why was it that you never changed my address? Ooch. And why is it that you keep putting me in jail for crimes I didn't commit? Ooch. Then closing the cases as if you did not have to listen. Now, I've got quite a few lawsuits that I'm wanting to file, and I'm sure that the police and sheriff's departments throughout the United States, do you have to go through emissions if you have a patrol car, or could you adjust the actual exhaust so you end up breathing a lot of exhaust as a police officer? You know, there's probably some sort of exemption where law enforcement doesn't have to get their cars emissions. Could you get me the actual GPS location of every employee of all emission statements? Yes, 20 miles down, their email addresses, and then get me all the police and sheriff's departments that thought, well, we're in law enforcement and we never go through emissions. You have some sort of exemption. Now, your vehicle wasn't leaking exhaust so that the dog that was driving it was breathing the exhaust. When I was little, ouch, a man committed suicide, and it was a very sad thing. Yes, a good friend of my father, Paul Douglas Budnick, that had passed away 25 years ago. And he put the car in the garage and shut the door and left the windows down on the vehicle, as far as what was told to me. Yes. And he died of asphyxiation. Now, I'm just wanting to know the actual emissions of every vehicle in every law enforcement department of this great nation. And then the actual individuals that drive it. Is it you, or is it your dog? And does your dog,